I don't know if you heard it, but that memory for me is so clear. It's so fun and it's so beautiful outside today. Today is June 2nd, and I am your Lady Love. Thank you for joining. You are watching the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review Show, and it is a pleasure to be here before you. You know what? I want to take the time to say thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being present. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Did you plan today? Did you prepare today? Did you say, I love myself today? Or did we stay in a mindset of our woes and our problems and our issues because there's so many things going on in the world? You know what? I don't know where you are right now or where you've placed your mindset to be, but I want to give you something. I want to give you a token of gratitude. If you don't mind, everyone out there, I want you to repeat after me on the count of three and say gratitude, okay? On three, one, two, three. Gratitude. What did that word do for you? Tell us in the comments. Like, follow, share, and subscribe to our station and our channel. Make sure you let us know how you felt today. And in that moment, did you really breathe and take the time to say gratitude? What are you thankful for? Just a little introduction and a little bit of me. I love staying in a mindset of positivity. I love staying there because not only does it help me, but it helps you. My channel is based on underground music reviews. Okay? I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to review your music from all over the world. I started this beautiful opportunity in 2020 during the pandemic. And a little bit about me and why I started the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review, and I'll tell you who Hitman is. But my son and I, who is Hitman E, we decided to do this music review when I got ill during COVID. Now, I'm not sure if I had COVID, but something was happening. And at this time, the hospitals were really full and they would not accept me because they weren't sure of what I had and they didn't know how to control what was going on. So I said, you know what, while I'm at home, while I'm recuperating, let me figure out something to do. I exercised, I did little walks. I couldn't walk too far because my lungs weren't strong for whatever the reason was. But my son was in the room and he was listening to a lot of songs, and I said, my love, what are you doing? He said, well, Mom, I'm watching this review show and they're getting ready to play my music. He said, and I'm so-and-so number on the list. I said, oh, okay, interesting. Never heard of that. So his song played and he was so excited that his song was playing by someone who decided to play his music. So an idea sparked. I said, you know what? Why don't we do that? He said, okay. So we decided to, get our equipment together and, we set up our phones because, you wanted to be side by side and, we didn't have the big camera to actually, you know, be able to view each other and for you all to see us clearly. We had to use our cell phones. So we positioned it and, I bought a little camera stand little by little and we had some views. And I said, okay, this is working. And then people started to, really join our station or join our podcast. So it not only was a beautiful opportunity to meet people, locally and statewide, but it moved to nationwide. I mean, we got to meet people in Africa. We got to meet people in Switzerland. We got to meet people from all over the world, and they became our family. They became our friends because we would do our podcast daily. And moving forward into today, now I'm here being able to share that opportunity with you on WHPR TV 33, which is so phenomenal. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for Lady Love and Hit Manny Underground Music Review, because I want to review you. You all have to make sure that you follow this station and follow me. And you know what? If you are an artist, I would love to review you. Now, what we base our reviews on? We base our reviews on feel, beat, mix, and if you have a video, we rate your video as well. And this is just something that we decide to do. There's no respect of persons. It's just for entertainment purposes only. But you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people out there that want to have a little bit of feedback on their music, on where it is. Now, as an artist, I'm a musician as well. I'm vocalist as well. And you would find going into the studio, you're recording your music, the producers produce it, engineer it, and then once you listen to it, in the studio, it can be kind of a little bit intimidating. It's like, oh my God, the sound is like phenomenal, and then you're hearing all of the sounds mixed together and everything, and everybody collaborating in different studios, and they're bringing this whole product together. But then you might hear that there is something missing. You may not be able to hear it yourself, but someone else, if you get another opinion, a second eye, a second ear, they can help you along the way. May not be the perfect thing, but it's something to help you, because once a person gives you a little bit, then you'll say, you know what? You're right. And then when they give you that, you might hear something else. And when you hear something else, you might hear, and it's just a trickle down effect. But all of us working together, being those eyes and being those ears, it helps us to be able to produce a product that the whole world can hear. That is what the goal is. We review it. Again, if you're just joining, this is the Lady Love and Hit Manny Underground Music Review, and we review by feel, we review beat, we review the mix, and we also review if it's a video. Now, the platform is, and the scale is, you get a max of 10 points per category, so a total of 40 if you have a video included, or a total of 30 if you do not. Now, what I take, I listened for the whole thing, the whole shebang. My portion of it is more of the feeling and what I got from it and why and all of the who, what, when, where, whys, and hows. Now, Hitman is not here right now, but I still have to make sure my love is supported and that he is represented. So when he gets back in the city of Detroit and in the Highland Park metropolitan area, you'll be able to say like, oh my God, there's Hitman E. Yeah. So Hitman, he is more of the logistics, the more of the guru. And the guru on the side of the engineering and, the volume and all the synchronizations, and he'll say, you take this mixture and you I don't know all the terminology, but that's his part. That's his part. And I respect that, because when he goes in on his part, I go in on mine and we gel it. But I've learned from him. I've learned so much from him. Even though he's my eldest baby, he's so intelligent. And it's an honor to say that he came from me. Yes, yeah, he came from me. So I respect that. But in the meantime, it's just so important to, have both of us be able to review what you send. And when you do send your music in, the producers will make sure that sound gets out, and you are going to be elated that all of your creativity, everything that you worked hard for, even when you said, I'm not sure if I want to put this out. I don't know. You may not like it. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Like, should I even? Yes. The answer is yes. You know why? I'm going to tell you something. I want you to count to 10 because I'm going to drink a swallow of water. So count to 10 because I'm going to tell you why. You got your answer? Because it was given to you to record. That song, those songs were given to you. And do you remember, or have you even experienced this? When you are given something and you don't move on it, it just starts to ring in your ear. And it just keeps ringing. And those ideas keep coming. That one song just keeps ringing. Or you get a song to perform, or you get a song that you should record, or lyrics that you should write down right away. You know, when you're in that twinkling hour in the morning, or when you're all about your day doing what you're supposed to do, doing what you love to do, just having a ball, having a blast. And all of a sudden a sound comes, or music comes, or lyrics come, and you forget it. You forget that you even had the opportunity. Look, no, I'm going to say it like this. You got the opportunity and you didn't record it, or you didn't write it down, and you lost it. And it was a bad tune. I have gotten several of those. And when I got it, I was so pissed that I did not write it down and I didn't record it. But you know what? Another opportunity comes, and then guess what? You have the opportunity to record a song or to write it down because something else comes. But guess what? I'm talking to you, the one who put the action into taking care of it and recording it. You did it. You did something. You tried. You took a leap and said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't care what it sounds like. I'm going to try. I mean, give your best. Don't just be, but I'm just playing. But you tried, and now you need some extra maybe or extra steps, or some advice or some mentorship. That's what it's about. But if you don't move, if you don't act on it, then guess what? You lost your whole idea. But like I said in my last statement, you get an opportunity to try it again. And that's why I'm here. That's why we're here, to listen to what you've produced, listen to what you've written down, listen to what you've recorded, and give you some feedback. Give it up for yourself. Heart it up and like it up. That's awesome sauce. It's awesome. Now today, this is what I'm going to do. If you all don't mind, I have someone that I would like you to meet. Now, this gentleman, I have known him since I was in high school. Okay? I met this gentleman in high school, and guess what? We were running all up and down the hallway. We singing in a choir. We dancing, doing Thriller, doing the pep rally. I mean, we were mentored by one of the top leaders in music, one of the top musicians, I will say, because she taught us not only how to sing, she coached us, she vocal coached us, she taught us music theory. Mrs. Deirdre Thompson, out of Mumford High School. So many elites came from Mumford. You talking about Carmen Harlan, you talking about the Winans, you talking about Commission. If you all have heard of the Winans, if you all heard of Fred Hammond, Diedrich Haddon, they all came from Mumford. Now you got Lady Love. Yes. And also the one and only Maestro. Maestro has done so much in the city of Detroit. Maestro owns his own studio in the city of Detroit. So if you all are looking for a place to record, to get the best production done, not only the best production, but intentional production, someone that can hear the sound, the volume, the ins, the outs, the do's, the don't do's, and then who's kind. Look, you got to be kind to me. You're not about to be having me in no studio and you growling at me. I got to go. I'm not doing it. I don't want to. But he is one of the best in the city. And everyone, I would like for you to do a round of applause at your home while you are at wherever you are, if you're in your car, however you're listening to this show. Give it up for Maestro, the Maestro Williams.
What's that?
I'm so geeked. I am so geeked. Oh, wow. Maestro.
Peace.
Tell the world about you. Who is Maestro?
Wow.
What a question,
I don't know if I've ever heard it asked quite that way.
Oh, my God.
I'm a nerd from the West Side that grew up in the hood, so I had to. I was the cool nerd that had to deal with a lot of gangsterisms.
Gangsterisms
in the hood, and then my mom kept me in music programs to try to keep me out of the streets, and one thing led to the next, and I was touring all over the place and recording with everybody and all the dreams that I ever wanted to do. It took me a while. I had a conversation with my cousin, Marv One. He's a internationally famous battle rapper and Detroit legend. And I called myself complaining.
Mm-hmm.
About like, oh man, I still need to do this. My brain is always got 5 million things I'm trying to do at one time. And he's like, think about all the stuff you wanted to do when we were, in our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And think about how many of those things you've already accomplished. Think about how many people were around us that wanted to do those same things that never accomplished those things, and think about where we at. Think about where we are. And, just kind of put some things in the proper perspective. I've truly lived a blessed life. Of course, there are always things to accomplish, more goals.
Mm-hmm.
I never. I still believe that there are multiple purposes God has for all of us.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep serving all my purposes, and whatever my main purpose is. I don't know if I've quite fulfilled that yet, so
okay.
I want to get all my creative juices out
isn't it amazing?
Before all of that happens, yeah.
It's just amazing, Maestro, because everything that we are given, the gifts that we're given, the opportunities that we're given, you have a choice.
Every day.
Every day you have a choice.
Yeah.
And to you, help me understand, do you ever get that space or in that mindset where you felt like you didn't accomplish something or didn't accomplish what you set out to accomplish?
Every day. Yeah. That's part of it.
Tell the people.
That's part of it.
That's part of it.
Yeah. I mean, every year, no matter how, what's that, New Year's resolution?
A New Year's resolution. Give it all.
Come on,
give
man.
it up for the New Year's resolution.
No,
resolution.
I'm saying give it up. I'm saying
give it up.
You got a new day revolution every day that
Yeah.
you can do, and a lot of times it's it's this thing. No matter how good I get now, I want to be able to look next year and look at last year and call myself an idiot because of how much I've been able to learn within that amount of time. And at first I used to, like everyone else, do the New Year's resolution thing, and I'm like, who made up the rule it has to be a year? I can grow in a month. I can grow in a week.
Yeah.
I can grow in a day.
Absolutely.
I can grow in 3 seconds. I done
And
seen it
hello.
happen. We live in Detroit. It's a lot that can happen in 3 seconds.
Sure.
So you learned a lot. So
Absolutely. I mean, but it's amazing, and something that I am taking from, your analysis and your wisdom is that when you make a decision, it's making a decision to do. And once you make a decision to do, your whole world changes. I am not only a living witness, but I've been developed in decision. And in my decisions that I have made, whether I liked the results or I did not like the results, they've shown me that there are results in a choice that you make. Now, when you are given an opportunity to do something, it is our responsibility to take action, because guess what? If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. And you'll be real surprised. Those ideas that you had, someone else is going to get those same ideas, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, I thought of that 20 years ago, or I thought of that 10 years ago. Maybe I thought about that last year."
I had a science teacher in middle school, Mr. Doring, R.I.P. Mr. Doring. He used to tell us that he was the first person that invented rollerblades in the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah, and somebody else came out with it, and he was always telling us, like, don't let anybody, like, be the first to your idea.
Be the first.
If you got an idea and it's great, keep your mouth closed. Get it done with your mouth closed.
Oh boy.
And then thus pardon the name of my company, Silent Riot. Shameless plug.
It sure is,
yeah.
right?
So,
whoa, wait. Okay.
I didn't even come up with the name.
But that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Silently cause a riot
Yeah,
in your own domain, so you can get out what it is that you need to get out in time because you made the decision.
Yeah, it's kind of a gang, but we record label.
I can't hear you, Maestro. Tell me how loud. You
okay,
said
I'm glad you didn't hear. A community outreach organization.
I'm so glad you just reiterated that very well. Maestro, tell the people where they can find you. You know, as you producing music, tell the people where they can find you and what your expertise is. So 3 things: where they can find you, what your expertise is, and who you've who you've worked with.
Okay. Maestro Williams, Silent Riot. There's no funny spelling the Maestro. It's just the old school Italian way. Maestro Williams. Silent Riot. We have a studio on the infamous 8 Mile Road. What I specialize in, I really specialize in being a jerk. If that makes any sense. So
you don't specialize in being no jerk.
I kind of do. So I don't really like a lot of music, but I'm a musician, right? I don't really like a lot of people, but I deal with people every day.
So how is someone supposed to say hee ha ha for them to come to your studio and for you to help them if you don't like people?
Exactly.
I'm so mad at him. But you worked with all these amazing greats, all those people.
People come to the studio. It's to be expected. What people expect out of me. What I don't do is I don't lie, right? So I call it being a jerk because a lot of times people ask you the question like, so what do you think about the song? And they're so used to having so many yes men around them and, coming to the studio 10, 15 deep in that whole thing. And I'll be telling them like, hey, man, if you're coming to record the song and the rest of your crew not on the song, they don't need to be here. We working. It's not a party. It's not, the music video that, what was that? I can't remember. Black Thought did the video What They Do with the Roots.
Okay, with the Roots.
Yeah,
okay.
that video about how all the music videos and all that stuff it's fake. It's a facade. Like, we in here to do some work, and if we working and you're coming up, you're trying to do a song, and it's a million other people out here doing a song. What is so special about your song that other millions of people are going to listen to your song other than listening to somebody else's song?
Okay.
So let's get all the distractions out the way. Let's get all the emotional, oh, I'm good and my mama told me I
Yeah,
could
the
sing and
emotional
all of that. You know,
hoorah.
it's ridiculous in the grand scheme of the job we're here to do.
Yeah.
You know, and
So now with that, since they know that you are an expert, like an expertise in production and in producing, they know that you have boundaries. They know that there are stipulations. They know, so they can find you. And then who are you working with to help, get the people that need to have like the best productions? Who did you work with to help them get along?
I say to help them get along.
Yeah.
I don't. A lot of the people that I can't even say. If I help them get along, they help me get along as well.
Absolutely.
Like I'm always growing, and sometimes you learning from the people that you didn't know that you could learn the lesson from. So
You work
as far
with
as the names, like I hate this part. This is the name dropping part.
Well, you don't have to drop the name. Guess what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Yeah,
do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do one even better for you. He has worked with several artists, several productions that have went global. I'll just say it like that. But you know what? We always have so much to talk about on this show. And what I'm going to do is have the maestro come back because we have some more things that we have to go over. Every time we get together, it is always like that. It is like, oh my God, it's never enough time. But you all are watching the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review on WHPR. And I am so elated that you are here with me. Please make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe. Tell everyone about this show. And we will see you soon.